Hey folks, and welcome back to the second to last episode of Let's Play Fall of Cybertron. And this is, again, like one of the real treat episodes to play, because Grimlock ends up handling totally differently from anything else in the game, and it's a total blast. And with me, as always, is the dude who got to play it first.
Hey everybody, it's the Last Robokai here, and I hope you're all ready for a few brutalizations of the English language as our big buddy smashes his way through everything.
And
I'm looking forward to it. And another thing I'm looking forward to is actual boss fights, because that's something Grimlock has that pretty much nobody else does.
Yup, and there's going to be brutalizations of pretty much everything else as well. Grimlock is done very true to form, as you saw last episode, but it gets only more true this episode, as you will see momentarily.
This has got to be Slug's trail. I'll scout ahead.
Wait!
Grimlock, you all right?
Let's split up. We'll find Slug faster.
But Grimlock!
That's an order. Go!
That's one of the cleverer I meant to do that cutscene.
And he's just the grumpy pants today.
That thing is still on the loose! Check over here! Hear voices.
Look at our little health dispensers flying around.
I love jumping up and just punching those things.
Lab report 1165. Its front protected by a triple spiked shield, and from the rear by a spiked whip-like tail. Make for an excellent defensive design worthy of serious consideration. Steps have been taken to alter the source code of the subject, Slug, to approximate the naturally occurring species.
It's always sort of weird to me to hear dinosaurs just described in these sorts of ways. Fuck you, Teletran.
It always surprises me that the guy with the most enthusiasm about this is, in fact, Shockwave. He really likes dinosaurs.
Drop the weapon, prisoner!
Not that that would have worked to begin with, but I suppose it was worth a shot.
I'm so hungry now.
Insecticons. Bugs.
One of the reasons I love Grimlock is because even though he's supposed to be very dumb, the things he says are they just sum up the situation so incredibly well.
Yeah, I say he's mangling the English language, but it's more like he's like traditionally Grimlock has always mangled the English language.
Lab report 1162. Source code of Autobot Bruiser combined with a large shell-backed creature with 6 spiny legs. The natural curves of the creature's exoskeleton are stunning in their elegance. Together with a seemingly innate attack instinct, this hybrid species should prove formidable indeed.
So, apparently, he's been splicing together things as well, which is nice. But at this time, Grimlock's actually struggling to talk because his brain power is mostly being rerouted to make him punch the shit out of everything.
So this is me starting to open up a little bit of a secret, and actually it's a little bit surreal for me to play this again at, like, I guess it's been almost a year since this game came out, but listening to Shockwave's notes again, I mean, it kind of reminds me of a few things that I've gotten into since then, because I've been hanging out at a local hacker space, which is just, you know, for, like, building things. It's not like computer hacking. Biohacking has been one of my big interests, just like trying to print DNA nucleotides into actual organs. And you might be surprised at exactly how far along technique like that has gotten. The hard part now is actually printing little blood vessels like capillaries such that they work. The actual organ structure is actually pretty easy. There you go. The extra little secret here is you have to throw an Insecticon Swarmer into each one of those electrical conduits. It opens up something I'll show off here in a second.
Once we're done getting our motor on. Very important motor to be done.
There is no more fun moment in this level than picking up a swarmer and then throwing it into a bunch of other swarmers and then seeing them all just sort of dematerialize. Except for douchebag over in the side.
There's this side.
Grimlock, I see you've made your way to the lower depths of my tower. But your combat efficiency has only marginally improved. Your failure to change forms hinders your progress.
Then show me how!
The Insecticon Kickback has volunteered to assist you in unlocking your full potential. I remember you, Grimlock. Do you remember me? Me?
Kickback.
The answer is yes. Yes, I do remember.
Oh my god, I'm going to love stomping that guy's face in.
Me Grimlock no bozo, me king!
It's so we're talking about life hacking and complex DNA stuff to the Tuxedo Grimlock War in one of these episodes. Gen 1.
You know what? These things go together, and if you say otherwise, you're just plain wrong.
And it's the perfect sequitur for...
Once again, we have to put you in your place. Look, Grimlock. It's as big and tough as you.
Crush you!
That is the appropriate response, Grimlock.
Yeah, these big charging bruises don't mess around. Forget what shook my fall.
You're not so tough.
No one's tougher than me!
Yeah, they are outright impossible to beat in Grimlock's robot form unless you get them to rush up against the wall.
You're pathetic. We'll tear you apart. Just like we did in the Sea of Rust.
And now it gets even more awesome.
He overrode Shockwave's program.
So now we have a stomping, tail swinging, bug eating, fire breathing Tyrannosaurus Rex. If you are not shaking with the awesomeness of this right now, I just don't even know you anymore.
Oh yeah, this is great. Look at this. How can you not love that?
Boom!
That's just delicious.
Did that hurt?
Nope.
Time for me to take my leave.
Excuse me. Slug, you look terrible. I feel terrible. Shockwave really messed me up inside. But I'll survive. Me too.
Slug also never changes.
Boss, just give me your hand. Pull me up! Where is Sludge? He didn't even make it out of the caves. Snarl? Last I heard, Shockwave carted him off for extensive testing. Shockwave.
Hop. Hop.
That will not do.
Yes, it will, Kickback. Yes, it most certainly will.
I just love how absolutely casual that was. Oh, sorry.
That made me so happy after dealing with his annoying verbal tick.
That looks like the tower from the Sea of Rust.
Yes, you were right. The Decepticons were after it the whole time. And Optimus was wrong.
Grimlock's still not quite over his whole, I should be in charge of the Autobots thing.
Alright, Grimlock. You don't seem like it. I'm fine. We need to find Snarl. Let's move! I may have an idea where they've taken him. Grimlock, follow me.
Not quite yet, Slug.
Swoop!
Not quite yet. We have an audio log. These little things right there help us recharge our Dino Form Rage, which is nice.
Lab report 1166. A second heavily armored defense weapon might be inspired by this strangely armor-spined creature. Attempts are underway at present to fashion a true beast of burden through extensive manipulation of the Autobot Snarl's source code.
He's referring to a Stegosaurus, just so you guys know.
This way, Grimlock. This new form just makes it way too easy. Keep up, Grimlock.
Yeah, all he has to do is just walk places, he's having fun.
Slug, look out! Those things are tough! What? Never mind.
Well, that's the one place you don't want to be.
He sounds so embarrassed.
Grimlock, I'm taking fire! Hold on! I've got an idea!
It's an idea. Something you really shouldn't be having.
Grimlock, I'm taking shot! That's showing him!
Grabbing those spitters out of the air is just, that's one of the most fun things you can do. The absolute most fun thing you can do, though.
Sadly, they're keeping their distance now, so you can't bite them.
Yeah, you can't so much bite them because you can't do an execution in midair. However, you can set them on fire.
Nice shot!
Yeah, it's a shot.
Nothing stopping him from just like jumping down. But no. Oh, I'm taking fire. I'm like fucking badass Stegosaurus. But you know what, Grimlock? Make you work.
Grimlock, over here! Looks like it's a dead end.
Show you dead end.
Seriously, that's the least dead of ends.
That'll work. Grimlock, more swarmers over here!
Whee!
Like that kind of just like standing, jumping up and down, like we're gonna get you.
I
See, that one's head was deflective.
love how that barrel just kind of went wherever the hell it wanted.
Alright, just keep stomping on them! More swarmers! I hate these things!
Keep expecting Jazz to just pipe in and just be like, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, take that, you stupid fox!
I always forget exactly how resilient those swarmers can be unless you use an instant kill.
Rage inside! Things are crawling everywhere! Yeah, take that, you stupid fox!
Like you even killed it in the transformation phase. That's badass. I didn't know you could do that.
One of the cool things about the transformation phase is that pretty much everything is deadly. I mean, even if you're charging forward and you run over a swarmer, that will kill them too.
Yeah, take that, you stupid fox!
Right there. Freaking murdered everything.
Yeah, I just didn't realize those first few stomps when he transforms were lethal too. That's fantastic.
Cut through those guys like beryllium bologna. You mean cesium salami? No, beryllium bologna. Cesium salami.
So this episode is absolutely full of references to Generation 1. The entire beryllium bologna cesium salami thing we just had was another Dinobot thing from Generation 1. And then the excuse me moment we had earlier was also a Generation 1 reference.
Lab report 1163. Spitter. The name says it all. The most direct and simple combination of this series of experiments. After discovering a flying, lightweight Insecticon-like creature in the wilds of the target planet, Only slight source code modifications were necessary to optimize new species for combat and reconnaissance.
Seriously, major tinkering.
And all I'm doing is messing with trying to make an insulin-producing organ.
Slug! Tired of this.
So this is one of the most annoying things that we had in this level. You hit that first console right there, and then you have only a short while to come over here and throw that in. Of course, it's very easy to mess up, like I just showed you. So you can spend a good couple of minutes here just trying to get that throw right, and it really breaks up the flow of the level. And I'm not sure why they did this.
I think they just really like making you work for your progression. I mean, goodness, like I talked about last level about how easy it is to fall down the holes in that little area.
So I guess it's like the Resident Evil school of thought.
So we didn't have to find like 500 crests.
Instead of, you know, just one key.
Again!
Where is Snarl?
I need backup in here! He's escaped!
Back to great big legions of long-suffering Decepticons who may or may not get dinosaurs in the moment.
I love the execution for a Decepticon mook. It's just so outrageously violent. So this area is training you for these little energon capacitors that I just blew up, and those are going to be a bigger thing here in a few minutes. The easiest way to handle it, by far, is to just change into dino form and scorch it with your flaming breath.
Fills back up nice and quickly.
Particularly when there's a lot of friggin' swarmers around.
Oh yeah, primed and ready to explode.
Jerks. All of them.
Canonically.
Snarl! Is that you?
Grimlock, get me out of here!
Yeah, that's Snarl.
How precious! You've come to rescue your little friend.
I've come to tear you apart, Shot!
Even with his brain, you know, like supposedly half shut down, he comes up with some incredible lines.
I'm sure Shockwave left the band of subroutines alone.
I can just imagine that being exactly his sense of humor. Just be all like, yeah, he doesn't really need to be able to think about anything, but God bless, he really needs to be able to throw out a one-liner. I mean, that's just critical here.
98.7% is for combat, so that leaves us, what, 1.3% for snappy comebacks?
I can work with that.
Grimlock! Where you been?
Nice one.
Shut up and fight!
Swoop status. Loving this shit.
He really has way more fun than like any other Dinobot character.
There. Jerks. I didn't want to fly low enough, so I could just grab them like this and make them die cool.
Little bugs, do your worst.
Saying do your worst is always like an invitation for just like the silliest shit.
And that certainly holds true here, as we'll see in just a moment.
Sadly, no Insecticons forming another Insecticons to form a giant Insecticon.
I love the noises that these things make when they get demolished. Particularly the spitters. They just like they make this mournful keening noise. I could fight you fair and square.
But then we, you know, would get to see this again.
Or I can just bite you in half.
It's worth it. I always just go quiet whenever we see the T-Rex form because this is so cool to watch. Truly the most majestic of robot creatures.
The
only way this could be better is if like Shockwave said suddenly, and now I release the monster trucks, and you know.
Dinobots are in for it now!
Shut!
Yeah! I bet you felt that one!
Shut this thing off! Don't just start smashing things!
So yeah, now we need to deal with a bunch of these Energon capacitors before Sharpshot drains Snarl dry.
Yeah, no, that's the way to go.
So this is the whole do your worst thing coming back to haunt Grimlock. Good job.
Yeah, that's pretty much a worst thing you can do to someone. But by that same token, this is not too hard when you're able to breathe fire. It's just this whole thing.
Yeah, if you run out of rage here, it can get pretty tricky. Or if you don't know well enough to hit it with your flame breath, because otherwise you have to throw like 4 or 5 Insecticons at it to just disable one.
One more to go!
And this time, holy Jesus!
Fortunately, I know the score.
Is pretty messed up, Grimlock.
We need to find some place to patch him up.
Never let it be said that Grimlock is not a man of his word. He tore Sharpshot apart.
This will do. Snarl is leaking bad. Find something to stabilize him.
Nice.
I don't know what he grabbed, but whatever.
Me either. It never animates it. I'm to this day, I'm curious what the hell Swoop found.
He did open up a little panel in his chest.
Looked a lot like the one that Jazz took Sludge's memory core out of.
Shockwave's log 7723A. The target planet is rich with raw energy, but also infested with primitive carbon-based life forms.
Admitted, Shockwave, you think those life forms are friggin' awesome.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be splicing everything in sight with them.
Access denied. Stupid door! Warning. Test subject at large.
There's a lot of these computers in here, and some of them get annoying to activate.
Shockwave's log. Now that the Nemesis is ready for launch, Megatron can proceed with his exploration of the target planet.
Shockwave.
I have examined the DNA of the target world's most ferocious creatures and used it for inspiration in my latest experiments.
No, really?
This primitive world is quite volatile. Its surface teems with volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. My tests have shown this carbon design has proven to be remarkably resilient to blunt trauma. It withstood testing for better than 700,000 megacycles before expiring. Early diagnostics show this carbon design would make an acceptable ramming device. The 3 horns atop the head would also allow the creature to skewer its opponents with relative ease. This particular carbon design is very different from the others. Its wingspan grants it impressive flight capability, not unlike some designs I've seen in ancient Cybertronian archives. Though physically powerful, this form lacks any intelligence to pose a threat to Decepticons. However, it has also proven to be among the most vicious of those that I've researched. My aim is to merge its design with one of my Autobot test subjects.
And also get half my ship blown up in the process.
Oddly, the target world's surface is not composed of metal. Most of its ore lies closer to its hot magma core.
Alert. Space bridge testing will be conducted periodically.
Terminals may suffer from temporary power loss.
The space bridge portal will save valuable energon resources by warping the essence of space itself to bring the planet within reach.
Tired of this.
Our target world displays early forms of carbon-based life, both botanical and reptilian.
So there was one particular one that I forgot to look at that shows an image of a Brontosaurus, and they say, "What's this?" And it was supposed to be Shockwave's plans for Sludge. It's kind of interesting looking back at this now with what more we know about the ancient dinosaur raptors, and how utterly inaccurate all of these observations are from Shockwave.
Also, the fact that Brontosauruses don't exist.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was referring to, brother.
Power's off the scale. Grimlock, the Decepticons are using that tower to rip open a portal in space. We gotta notify Optimus. No, I can handle this. But I already...
Grimlock, is that you? You're alive. We feared the worst. Are you all right?
Shockwave is opening a space bridge to another world, rich with energy.
We cannot allow Megatron to plunder another world the way he has Cybertron.
For once, we agree.
Return to base. We will face this together.
You're weak, Optimus. You run when you should fight. I'm taking the space bridge down.
Grimlock, wait.
This whole place is coming apart. Take Snarl. Get out of here. I'll lower the blast shield.
It's too dangerous!
Go! Crazy.
Hey, we Dinobots gotta stick together!
Also, yes, he's crazy.
Need to get to the tower.
Hold on!
And now we get our little sequence of swoop, because why the hell not?
Exactly! That's precisely the reason.
What the? Shoot it! You need to set it on. I have a target.
This is, you know, now we've got a Dinobot holding another Dinobot, flying around, bombing everything.
Yeah, this is basically a turkey shoot, and I could not ask for anything more awesome.
Faster swoop.
That's the reason why you should shoot them down. For Shockwave.
Swoop!
Oh, really?
There, the tower is up ahead. Watch the rockets.
Scrap!
What can you say though? Like about this sequence, it's just hilarious. They just knew how to have fun. They really knew how to have fun.
Take those cons out already!
Working on it!
Oh man, I had the dumbest grin on my face when I was playing this, and I've got the dumbest grin on my face right now.
Oh, look, like High Moon they just knew what they just knew what to do. Like these levels, especially the Grimlock stages, just shift so much, but everything that happens is just like silly and fun.
Brace yourself!
Whoa, look out!
Too much wind! We're going down! Ah!
Bless Swoop.
Can't even stop without smashing something.
Coming for you,
It's that guy's worst day. He was just about to cook up because he had a sensitive fuse, and then that happens.
Oh man, this is one of the most cathartic parts of the game for me, when they put shotgunners in front of me while I'm controlling Grimlock.
Yep.
Eat it! Oh my god, eat it, every single one of you. I hate you, and I'm so glad to watch you blow up.
I'm just waiting for you to dino mode and buy one in half.
I made a promise to myself here that I would not leave until I did exactly that. I'm going to bite a shotgunner in half before I leave here.
Excellent. I would have never forget. I would have made you re-record the entire episode. really doesn't seem like Shockwave's built this one too well, or too sanely, because it seems like it's kind of ruining everything.
Leapers! He's bigger than they usually are. He'll break just the same. Their armor weak on the back.
Like it fucking matters where it's weak. I am a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
That guy's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The other guy's just like, oh dear.
Oh my
Powerful
god.
frontal armor, not much use when you melt.
Nom. Oh god.
Noise they make as they burn. Oh jeez.
But yeah, I thought I should probably fight one or two in robot mode just for the sake of completion.
It's hardly even fair still.
Yeah, it's still not even close to a fair fight.
They lasted longer against the T-Rex. Only because you were lighting up the perfect bite.
Alright then. Enough Leapers dead, now it is time for Shockwave.
Shockwave, you're finished.
You didn't think I'd build something so powerful such as you, and not have a way to control it. Now, sit there like a good pet while I finish my work. Megatron, I have successfully opened a bridge to the target world. The portal is stable and ready for you.
Excellent, Shockwave. Trypticon's conversion into the Nemesis spaceship is now complete. We will be launching for the portal shortly. I want you to stay behind to manage things on this end.
As you wish, Megatron. Shockwave out.
No one controls Grimlock!
Impossible.
Good news, Shockwave. You'd have somewhere to put that new cannon.
And that was a load-bearing computer because now everything's blowing up.
It's an explode-bearing computer. Sorry, I didn't say that. That noise.
You can't not do that. Of course, now, you know, my promise to myself to fight a shotgunner nearly gets me in trouble because you don't have a whole lot of extra time here. And those little bastards have that dodge backward move that puts them just outside of biting range.
I'm gonna bite you. I'm gonna bite you.
I'm gonna bite you. There. Eat it. Asshole.
You can just melt. We've snacked long enough. There's too much at stake.
Structural integrity compromised. Evacuate. Evacuate.
Power's coming down.
It looks so funny just seeing him run away like that.
Grimlock identified as becoming unstable.
How much time do we have?
Impossible to know. The sooner we launch the Ark, the better.
Optimus, take whatever spark that remains within me. Use it to light your way across the stars.
Metroplex, my friend. You don't have to do this. There's no guarantee you have enough energon to even get us to the space bridge.
This is my choice. till all are one.
One day we'll be back for you, big buddy.
Yeah. There were a few people in the thread who had called out that Metroplex was a little bit too big to be on the arc, but it still always makes me really sad every time I see that. It's just the last few seconds there that get me every single time.
They ruined it with Bumblebee.
Yeah, well, he at least had the courtesy.
They saved it by making him keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, he had the courtesy to not ruin this with words, so I'm okay with that. Only barely, but I'm okay with that. So anyway, next time out, we have the final chapter.
And what a fun
which
chapter.
Is
oh boy.
Oh boy, yeah, it is in many ways even more epic than the one we just saw. So I am super looking forward to that, and we've got a little bit of a treat working up here since Robokai and I have been two-manning this the entire Let's Play. We're going to be two-manning that chapter as well. So tune in then so you can see how we go about that, folks. Until then, I've been Cool Guy.
I've been Lost Robokai, and I just want to say, no, folks, we won't be combining into the Lost Cool Guy.
Ha! Thank God for that.
It's not happening.
Yeah,
and yes, I am implying I'm the upper body.
I am not even going to touch that now. I'll let everybody else figure out what that means. So, I am getting out of here before he embarrasses me more.